When I was 8, Dante Moretti pulled me from the fire that killed my family. For 10 years, the powerful crime boss was my protector and my god. Then he announced his engagement to another woman to unite two criminal empires. He brought her home and named her the future mistress of the Moretti family. In front of everyone, his fiancée forced a cheap metal collar around my neck, calling me their pet. Dante knew I was allergic. He just watched, his eyes cold, and ordered me to take it. That night, I listened through the walls as he took her to his bed. I finally understood the promise he'd made me as a child was a lie. I wasn't his family. I was his property. After a decade of devotion, my love for him finally turned to ash. So on his birthday, the day he celebrated his new future, I walked out of his gilded cage for good. A private jet was waiting to take me to my real father. His greatest enemy. I learned my life was over the day Dante Moretti announced his engagement to another woman. It wasn't a whisper in the grand empty halls of the Moretti estate. It wasn't a quiet confession in the dead of night. It was a headline stark and black on the screen of my phone, a news alert that buzzed on the marble countertop like a dying insect. Dante Moretti, dawn of New York's most powerful family to wed. Isabella Vescovi, uniting two criminal empires. The words blurred. My world narrowed to the phone in my hand, the cold weight of it, a sudden shocking anchor in a sea of disbelief. This had to be a mistake, a power play, a lie designed to smoke out an enemy. It couldn't be real, because Dante was mine. He had been mine since I was 8 years old. I remember the fire, the acrid smell of smoke and fear that filled my lungs. The Rossi family. My family was being torn apart, and I was just a piece of collateral damage left behind. Then he appeared through the flames, a boy of 16 with eyes as dark and unforgiving as the world he commanded. He threw his own body over mine, shielding me from the heat and the blood that splattered the walls. He had whispered against my hair, his voice rough but steady. You're safe. You're a Moretti now. For 10 years, that promise had been my religion. In this gilded cage of marble floors and silent, watchful bodyguards, Dante was my god. He was the one who bought me a nightlight when I was 10, because the nightmares wouldn't stop a small ceramic cat that cast a soft, unwavering glow. It will keep the monsters away, he'd said, his large